Slow and steady, remember. Organizing your thoughts is a task. Organizing yourself, so to speak, getting ready to move, is equally as important as the moving itself. To have everything in order. You know, you're going away on a trip, for example. Well, spend time getting your shit ready before you set off, you know? Ah, interesting. That reminds me of some instruction I saw once from a Zen monk when he was trying to teach his monks, and that means the monks that have chosen to become monks under him. So he's their guide, yeah? He's their guide. They are his responsibility to help. He's like their dad. Anyway, he's trying to teach them about the path towards peace. And he wants to impart a lesson upon them to help them walk the path towards peace. And so he knows that particularly, maybe it's not all the monks, it's definitely not all the monks, but it's some of them, probably just a couple, maybe a couple of the newer monks, and by newer that means, you know, within the first year or two, maybe. And they get really... These monks have been trying to convince him to get a dishwasher. Because, you know, they say, look, we've got all this money. People donate all this money. We can afford a dishwasher. All these people come to eat for retreats, and there's 60 dishes, 30 bowls, 40 cups, knives and forks, the whole deal. Get 5 dishwashers, you know? And in their head, that makes sense. More efficient. But this master, he knows this is a perfect opportunity to help these people get better at walking the path of peace. So he gives them some instruction. And he says, to get really good at walking the path of peace, what I want you to do, and this is like a personalized offering to those particular monks. And he probably passes this on. In fact, this story does get passed on to the lay people who come on retreat. And he says, what I want you to do is, when you take these plates and you're standing at the sink, these are Buddhist monks, Zen Buddhist monks, and what I want you to do is, when you have this plate or these bowls in your hand, and you have the cloth in the other hand, I want you to imagine that as you wipe this plate, that you are cleaning the body of a baby Buddha. So you, especially as a Buddhist monk, like the Buddha is the ultimate entity, you know, the most holy human being to have ever walked this earth, essentially. At least that's how a lot of them see him. And, you know, it's within their tradition that they have to totally revere and respect the Buddha. So imagine that you, as a Buddhist monk, have to, it's your responsibility to wash the body of the baby Buddha. How gentle, how mindful, how slow and cautious and careful would you practice this cleaning the body of a baby Buddha? And I want you to wash dishes in the same manner. And he's given this particular instruction to those people, those monks, because specifically they have this issue around doing that as a job. And yeah, they want to rush to get through it to get back to their meditation, you know, which obviously becomes a barrier to peace. You then end up seeking a place to go and meditate all the time, and it's very rare, especially in the modern world, or unless under very specific conditions. Very often you have jobs to do, you You have places to go, you have meetings to get to, you have responsibilities to keep. So these practices must become like, well, it's not that they must become, but if you're wanting to eat the food of awakening through practice and cultivation, then these moments are perfect opportunities to go slow and to walk softly, like walking on the body of the Buddha, stepping over his body, or, this kind of attention and focus